I never get too attached to tech. I'll happily run without a watch of any kind. I know my body is what really registers the miles. But I've been testing a Garmin Forerunner 265, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I think I've fallen in love. I wore this watch for 4 months, during which time my opinion evolved from nice watch, I guess, to me and my BFF are going to crush a race together. I used its workout suggestions to train for a 5K race, not my first ever, but my first in a long time, and came shockingly close to setting an all-time PR. I found the metrics and the training suggestions helpful but not overbearing, and the watch itself is far more convenient to run with than your typical Apple or Pixel type of smartwatch. The Forerunner 265, like many of its Garmin brethren, is designed for runners in a way that most smartwatches are not. It has physical buttons, so you can end your lap exactly at the right moment without even looking at the screen. It has tools for creating detailed workouts. It automatically detects your max heart rate and your lactate threshold. It can suggest custom workouts for you, whether you've bothered to set up a coaching plan or not. And it's customizable enough that all of this gets out of your way if you don't want to use it. It's rare for a gadget to walk the line of providing any data you want without overwhelming you with all the data. Garmin is great at this all across its ecosystem. The Forerunner 265 combines that philosophy with a feature set that will delight most runners, from casual to serious. It's so built for runners that it has a feature by default that when you're waiting in line at the grocery store, you can flick your finger upwards on the screen and see a prediction of how fast you could run a 5K if you were to run right now. So how does the Forerunner 265 compare to other Garmin watches? Garmin makes a lot of watches, including multiple tiers of Forerunner. I'll give you the basic rundown. The Venu and Vivo Active are what you might call lifestyle smartwatches. The Lily is in the same vein, but smart. If you want a general fitness watch, these are fine. But if your runners will generally enjoy the Forerunner line, but if you do a lot of hiking and outdoorsy stuff, you might prefer the rugged and, in some models, solar paneled Instinct line. On the other hand, if you have a healthy budget and or expensive hobbies, you may like the premium multi-sport watches in the Phoenix line. These include extra features for mountain climbing and scuba diving, and also come in versions with solar panels and or sapphire screens instead of glass. When it comes to the Forerunner, the sweet spot for most runners is going to be the 265. On the lower end, there is Forerunner 55 that can track your runs in your sleep, but doesn't give much in the way of fancy analytics. There's a new Forerunner 165 that is a great running watch, but is missing the training readiness and training status features that a lot of runners enjoy. I would miss it for sure if I didn't have it. And if you'd like something fancier, there is a Forerunner 965 that has extra metrics and features and is especially popular among triathletes. If you've narrowed down your choices to the Forerunner 265, there's one more decision to make: large or small screen. Some Garmin watches only come in one size, but the 265 has a 46 millimeter screen. Its little sister, the 265S for small, apparently has a 42 millimeter screen. The only difference between the two feature-wise is that the S has a slightly longer battery life, Both have the same size battery, but the larger screen draws a smidge more power. Best features of the Forerunner, 265. Physical buttons, including start/stop and lap buttons, in addition to a touch screen. Excellent location tracking. GPS, heart rate tracking with or without a chest strap. Daily suggested workouts based on your goals and your recent training. VO2 max and predictions for race times. Customizable data screens during workouts. HRV and resting heart rate tracking. Training readiness and training status scores. And then I also looked at 3D printing and the printing processing interfaces for those busted handcuff solutions. Excellent battery life, almost 2 weeks on a charge. Bright, sharp AMOLED screen. What are the downsides of the Forerunner 265? Chunky shape of the heart rate sensor will leave an indent on your wrist if the band is on tight. Base exterior is plastic and may be colored, so you can't get a more elegant look by swapping out bands. Can't control music that is playing on your phone like you can on Apple Watch. That said, you can store music directly on the watch and play from there. Out of the box, the Forerunner 265 box comes with the watch and a charging cable that plugs into the back, proprietary connector on that end, USB-C on the other. It has 5 buttons. The right top button starts or stops an activity. Press this when you're ready to go for a run. The right bottom button is a lap button. You can also use it to exit out of any menu or screen. The left top button turns the screen on or off with a quick press. Long press it and you'll get a menu of shortcuts. The ones I use most often are the wallet for payments and the flashlight. But you can also access tools like a stopwatch or the Find My Phone feature. The left, middle, and bottom buttons act as up and down arrows to scroll whatever is on the screen. Sometimes this is more convenient than using the touch screen, and some workout modes lock the touch screen anyway. Long press the left middle button and you'll get a menu that includes all your settings and clock features like setting alarms or changing the watch face. It offers 15 built-in watch faces, plus an option to download or create your own, though it doesn't have as many choices as some competitors. Final thoughts. The Garmin Forerunner 265 is an excellent choice for runners, offering everything you need in a running watch with extra features like HRV tracking and daily workout suggestions. It's part of the popular Forerunner 2XX series, known for its durability and reliable performance. The 265 strikes a great balance between functionality and cost, providing comprehensive data without being overwhelming. That's kind of a jank. While the Forerunner 55 offers a more budget-friendly option, the 265 is the sweet spot in Garmin's lineup for athletes seeking a high-quality, all-around fitness watch.